All right. I think we're ready to roll here on a Thursday afternoon, busy Thursday afternoon in the Pirate Radio studios, as we will talk to Dontavius Nash coming up in about 30 minutes, Caden Hauser about an hour from now, and also Ryan McChrystal going to join us at 2:30, talk some Pirate baseball and what he's up to this summer. And then we will have our live show at 3 o'clock. So we're knocking it all out on this Thursday. Alex Harper here on Casual Wrestling T-shirt Thursday, apparently.
Not planned whatsoever.
Yeah. I'm glad to see you're bumming just like me today.
Yeah,
so,
man.
good to see you, A. Harp. And to my left, East Carolina quarterback Jake Garcia joining us once again here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Jake, good to catch up with you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I'm blessed to be here and getting after it in the summertime. You know how it is.
I asked you, so what you got planned for the rest of the day? You said you'll probably throw some more. So how much, I don't know, it's not like baseball, but how many passes a day do you think you throw? Like how many is too many and how many do you want to get in?
Go a couple times a week. So we do OTAs. So that'll be 2 days a week. And then get some throwing in on your own. But I mean, it's really just sort of a feel thing, depending on how much load you put on. Within the weight room too, because some of that stuff gets real. It gets real in the weight room. So you just kind of want to feel things out and just see how your body's feeling and listen to your body. So
we talked about recovery with a lot of the coaches that we've had on, and how about that part of it? You know, that there's the physical part, there's the getting after it part, but I always hear, especially veteran players, say that that's a very important side to it, the recovery aspect.
Yeah, definitely, it's super important to recover. I mean, sleep is the biggest one. Sleep, hydrating, eating. But I mean, just focus on the little things because those little things will start to add up and you'll feel broken down eventually. But just the wear and tear, like this is the best we're gonna feel. And after game one, like your body's starting to hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And it's carrying out throughout the season. And you just want to make sure that you're on top of those things. So it's huge.
Yeah, that's a good point. This is the best you're gonna feel. I feel kind of stupid for asking players week 4, week 8, you know, how you feeling? And they all say good, but really they're like, man, I'm sore, I'm tired, but you just got you got to work through it, right?
Yeah, most definitely. You gotta. It's a mental block. You got to block it out and just keep pushing. And once you get the pads on, then it's kind of like, okay, it's time to play ball. Like it's go time, and you just kind of forget about it.
Is there any maintenance or recovery that's specific to the arm, like similar to what pitchers do in baseball? Because I know they're heavy on the ice packs and the resistance bands and stuff. Is there something that you do?
Yeah, the resistance bands are big, and then I really just think mobility for me, making sure that I'm stretching out my lats, and big on elbow, because I used to play baseball back in the day, and elbow was something that always crept up on me. So just like forearm, like rice bucket stuff, and things like that really help out too.
Did you pitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were any good?
Yeah, I used to throw that ball.
Sling it?
I used to throw that ball around. Got a little knuckle curve in there.
Nice.
Wanted to play in high school and then just never really got around to it, which was kind of unfortunate. But then football kind of just took over and just been running with it since.
Did you do any basketball, any other sports growing up?
I mean, I was a black top basketball kid, you know what I'm saying? Recess, come back into the classroom drenched, sweaty, right? I was that type of kid, but playing whatever sport was there, but it was really just baseball and football.
Yeah. Jake Garcia joining us. Jake, we had Darrell Roberts, receivers coach, on the other day. He's excited about the quarterback room, and he said something pretty cool about you and Caden Hauser. Basically, the quarterback has that aura about him, that leader about him, where you don't even have to say anything. You can just tell this guy's a leader. And he said both of you guys act like you're the guy, the one. And of course, there's only going to be one starter. I would just about guarantee we see both of you guys play this season. But I thought that was a pretty good compliment that y'all both carry yourselves, the maturity level and all that, as if you are the guy. And, what's the situation like where you're battling for that starting job and you feel like you're good enough to be that guy?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like the saying goes, like before you're a champion, you have to act like a champion, right? And I think that saying goes with the position as well. So before you're the starter, you have to act like you're the starter. You have to carry yourself like that. You have to operate like that, and just mentally going with that, with kind of that chip on your shoulder and that mentality. And that's something that gets the guys to follow because they can see right through somebody that's bluffing on
right.
So that's really important. And I mean, I think it just elevates everybody's game around us as well. So within the quarterback room and position as well, other position groups and the defense as well, they see that too, right? And just like you said, coaches see that, and it just kind of it's a certain energy that you can't fake. And when you have a group of guys doing that same thing, other people pick up on it, and other people follow, and they start coming out of their shell as well.
What is it's awkward, but it's not. What's the relationship like with Caden Hauser? You guys are teammates, and you're also trying to beat each other to be that number one guy. So what's it like when you guys get together?
Yeah, it's always fun in the quarterback room, anywhere really. With that dynamic, I mean, it's only one of us on the field at a time. So, yeah, the dynamic gets it's funny knowing that in the back of your head that this is the job that we're competing for. But at the end of the day, I want to see everybody win. And may the best man win. And as long as we're winning, I mean, everybody's going to be happy, right?
No doubt. Talking to Jake Garcia. Jake mentioned Tyrell Roberts being here. He's excited about the QBs. He's excited about his room with the newcomers and with the guys that were here a year ago with Chase Sowell, and hearing good things about Jari Patterson and Kerry King and those guys. So how about the weapons you have to choose from? Who's kind of standing out for you right now?
Yeah, you said Jari, you said Kerry. We have Ant, Keelan. We have guys, man. We have guys and guys that we can set in a rotation because our offense moves so fast that we're able to rotate people, and the defense is going to be out there on the field the whole time. And if we send somebody out on a deep ball, they run a deeper route. We got somebody else that can go right in for them. I think we run our offense really smart to where we're giving guys breaks and we're not running them unnecessarily, right? So saving guys' legs and just being able to play smart like that, and ball control is a big thing too. And when we do get those one-on-one opportunities, it's time to expose people. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. Get the ball in the guys' hands and see them celebrate.
Have you ever overthrown Anthony Smith? Is that possible? It seems like he can catch up to
it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Sometimes, I mean, you go through if I go through like a ride portion of the mesh, and I'm reading the safety or whatever, and I push back, and he takes off. Like, let's say he has an option to either shut it down or go, and he takes off on me. Like, oh man, it's time to get the ball out.
Better get it out.
Because if you don't get that ball out, he's 30 yards down the field already. You better get that ball out.
He said his favorite player was Deshaun Jackson, and he's a speed guy. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
You guys put on quite a show in the spring game, and something that I believe it was Anthony said is when he joined us is you make the easy plays, and that's, for a lot of people that didn't mean a lot, but in this offense, if you're going fast and you're hitting 6, 8, 12-yard plays like that. That's how you move down the field, and then you kind of set them up for the deep ball. But he complimented you on that. But that's almost more important than hitting those deep balls, making sure you can hit the intermediate routes, right?
Right. You have to take a step before you can run, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, those things add up. Like JDB says all the time, like taking your yes, no's, and you're just giving the quarterback answers. So, I mean, it's a loaded box. Like, hey, I have an opportunity to throw this ball out here. I'm going to throw it out there. And he says that's the way that you end up throwing the ball 40 times in a game. Like, you end up spitting the ball out there just because that's what the defense gives you. You take what they give you. And it's just a little 5-yard route. And throw it out there and let the receiver do their work. Turn it into 20.
That all goes on your passing yards, even if you only threw it a yard.
Exactly.
Yeah. Y'all installed any screens, screen game? Is that going to be a part of this offense?
Yeah, definitely. We got some stuff that we've put in and we'll continue to put in just to control that rush. And a lot of the stuff with the RPO game that we run gives the quarterback answers as well. So, I mean, a lot of the stuff that we can just spit out to the sideline and get the ball in the receiver's hands right now can be treated like a screen as well, rather than just like your generic running back screen, and offensive line block for a second and then release. So, I mean, we're getting different ways to get to things and slow the big guys down, man. Slow them down.
A big part of the quarterback's success is how much time he has in the pocket. So can you talk about how the offensive lineman is working and meshing together at this point of the year?
Yeah, they've done a really good job. They've done a really good job coming together. I think they're getting better at communicating, and that's a big part of offensive line is just being able to communicate with the guys. in the heat of the moment. So yeah, I think they've done a really good job. I think they've been working their tails off, and the leadership in that group is really good. So I mean, you have to get everybody on board, and I think they're doing a really good job of bringing everybody with them, and obviously that makes everybody around them better.
It sounds like hearing you talk about this offense, you like it. So how's it going right now with John David Baker? What's the communication like with him? And is everything kind of in right now, or do you guys still have more to do this summer and this fall camp?
We'll add more stuff throughout the summer and fall camp and whatnot, but we're just kind of really going through back like through our spring installs, and because I mean you have your young guys that are coming in right now,
right.
and you have to teach them and install it with them, and they have to get some reps of it as well, right? So we've been doing that, but then as the summer progresses some more and we get into the fall camp, then we'll start adding stuff for game 1 and game 2 and game 3 and throughout the rest of the season as well.
Jake Garcia joining us, A-Harp here as well. Jake, I probably asked you this last time, but who are your favorite QBs growing up, currently? Who are your guys?
I was my dad always sends me stuff on Brady, like the TikTok stuff. I love hearing that. Wasn't the biggest Brady fan growing up, but always respected what he's done, and I mean, just he's a guy to look at, for sure. Aaron Rodgers is another one. On the field, just for the excitement piece, Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel in college, just for the excitement piece of it. And that's strictly on the field, for the most part on the field. I mean, there's times on the field where things got a little bit edgy too, but I mean, more so like an Aaron Rodgers, a Drew Brees, those type of guys.
And were you the one did you play with Matt Corral? Was that you? Yeah. And
yes, sir.
I remember that conversation now because I wanted Washington to draft him instead of Sam Howell, and unfortunately now Howell's gone and Corral's just been banged up, right? Like he's had some bad luck.
Yep. So that was another one that I would look at too when he was in college at Ole Miss, and I got to watch a lot of JDB's offense that we're running right now. When he was over at Ole Miss, and I was trying to like, oh man, what's Matt doing? Like, let me check out what Matt's doing and how he's running things, and just kind of picking up little things from him because I know his personality, and how he operates, and I could see it on the field and how he carries that over. So that was a big learning piece too.
Jay Garcia joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. Alex, you look ready.
No.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just
all right. He's good over there. So what are the main goals between now and the beginning of fall camp, which I believe I heard is July 31st?
Yes.
Does that sound right to you? Yes. So what are you trying to accomplish here in this next month, Jake?
Just keep coming together as a team, man. Just keep coming together as a team. Get closer as a team, build that bond and that foundation, and side of the ball offensively, just keep coming together and get everybody on board, get everybody to know their job, their assignment, so that they can execute at 100% full speed, and know this thing inside and out. I think that's the biggest thing going into this fall camp, and just making sure that everybody's right, man, because it's seasons are long. And throughout the course of a season, like, people's mental can start to go at some point in time, right, and things get tested. So, I mean, just making sure that everybody's good and we're coming together as a group, so we can lean on each other.
Man, I know talking to you, I know how seriously you take it and how it can be maybe overwhelming at times. There's so much of it. So what do you do when you get away from it? If you need to get away for a moment, what are some things you like to do away from football?
Oh, man, I just started fishing.
Hearing that a lot lately, yeah.
I just started fishing just a little while ago. Went out to River North Park.
River Park North.
Yeah. Went out there and try to catch some fish. Went out there all day. Got a bite at the very end, and I tried to reel it in. It wasn't working. I grabbed the line and tried to bring him back in, and he snapped the line. So, but I got to go back, and then really just spending time with family. Maybe watching a show, a TV show. Been big on Suits, the summer shoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Not much. Really big family.
Yeah, and I saw you had a pretty big family at the spring game. I remember after the spring game. Where does your family live?
My parents actually moved out here.
Okay, great.
My parents are out here, so yeah, it's been a big help, and I appreciate it. And
Yeah.
it's an awesome opportunity for them to be out here and be able to come to the games and just be around, get mom's cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Spend time with them. So
No doubt. You mentioned fishing, so Alex's coach, Andre Powell, apparently is an elite fisherman. And then Roy Tesh said yesterday, Alex, that he's not very good, right? Like he didn't catch much.
No, well, I think Coach Tesh is a little humble. I think he's a pretty good. I've never been fishing with him, but I just have the sense that he knows what he's doing out on the water. Have you been fishing with Coach Powell?
I haven't. You know what they told me is they asked me what I was doing for the little break and whatnot. This is right before we went fishing, and I'm like, man, I might try to go fishing. Like, no, you need to go with Coach Powell.
Yeah.
And they just named off a bunch of people. They're like, they don't go fishing, they go catching. I try to flip my mindset when I was out there. I'm like, man, I'm not fishing, I'm catching. I'm
I like
catching.
that.
Then I got a bite. And lost it, but
Who do you go fishing with, or do you just go by yourself?
I went with my dad, my mom, my girl, and my daughter.
Okay.
The whole crew out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Good
we're
dude.
all out there hanging out.
He did like a contest, like a Bass Pro, whatever, ECU Pirate contest with all these fishermen we got on the team.
See, but I went in Missouri, and all I caught, like, we had a big lake outside of the apartment, and I went out there a couple times, and all I caught was like the bottom of the lake. I caught like branches and sticks and so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I caught a tree the other day. That's rough, man.
Yeah.
I caught a tree.
Yeah.
Had to cut the line.
Hopefully you can find some good fishing around these parts. Well, Jake, it's great to catch up with you, man, and looking forward to the fall. Still, I like to, ask about the schedule and things like that, but you guys are so like, hey, I got to get through today before we get through. But
Yeah, most definitely.
I don't know. Since we've last talked, I think some kickoff times have come out. You've got some Sixers there early in the year, 4 o'clock against App State at home. You'll play anytime, anywhere, I know, but is there a time you prefer to play?
I think night games are really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy the atmosphere of a night game. Obviously, there's benefits to like a later or an early game too, especially when you're on the road. I mean, you get in and get out, get your win, and get back on that plane and
There
get
you go.
home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, anytime, anywhere. But there's a certain thing about a nighttime game, and the lights are on, and there's that certain energy in the stadium, and things are rocking.
You ready for the college football video game? You gonna play?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right.
Most
Y'all got your
definitely.
money yet?
No, we just got our email today, like our confirmation if
All right.
if we were in the game or
Are
not.
you in the game?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I got my email. I am in the game.
I'm gonna have you a tight end. So I'm
Jake
gonna
is-
have, I'm gonna have
Jake is-
Jake throwing you balls.
Jake is a no doubter. He was definitely going to be in the game, but I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervous that I
Congrats,
wasn't going to be
man.
included.
All right, good deal. Can't wait to play with A-Harp. Oh, and I'm gonna put you at defensive end too. I'm gonna take Sam Danka out and I'm gonna put you in.
I think I'm going to be like a 50 overall.
You're gonna look like one of them Team USA guys chasing Japan around.
Oh, man.
Those rankings, like the ratings, like your
Oh,
speed
man.
and whatnot, and the agility and stuff like that. Some of those things are gonna get disrespectful.
We've talked about
I
that,
already
man.
know that.
And then, how are y'all going to handle that in the locker room? Are you going to take it easy on a guy, or are you going to crush a guy? Like if his Anthony Smith already knows,
No
like
mercy.
no mercy.
You know that locker room, no mercy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to see some of those arguments. That's going to be fun. Jake, we'll let you run, man. Appreciate you joining us today, and we will we'll catch up with you again down the road, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, Jake Garcia. We got Dontavius Nash joining us, Caden Hauser, Ryan McChrystal, all before 3 o'clock when we go on for Pirate Radio Live. So stick around. We'll be back on YouTube and Facebook in just a little bit.